I'm Crystal. This is Crystal Cluster Gaming. And we screwed up a lot. If you're curious why we are in this beautiful green area called Andorhal on my screen, and we're not on the banks of Stranglethorn Vale, pretending to be a pirate, I actually recorded that video, and I was set to a different game capture. I am planning on playing a different game as well, and I had tested to make sure my computer could handle recording said other game, and it could. This will probably have an entire video of me talking about how awesome being a pirate is, and mutinies, and rep grinds, and I was having a heck of a lot of fun. But what you guys see is Darnassus, because that is the screen that I usually use when I'm just, talking, or, or stuff like that. It's my capture screen when I'm not actually in game. So, yeah. Here we are. In our last video, we were a pirate, and we battled in Booty Bay. We stopped the fight that was coming. We made captain right before we decided to betray them. It was super fun. We're now level 43. We finished Stranglethorn Vale, which is why we're here in the Western Plaguelands. I will try to figure out what I want to do with all that audio, but there's no video, so I don't know. If this is your first video with me, if you're just watching this today as your first pick, links are going to be down in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell, all that stuff. So we're going to get started in this brand new area. We haven't gotten any quests for it yet. We picked this area for the sole reason as to it kind of matches level-wise from Stranglethorn Vale. Because we're going to do the same areas that we did now in Classic. I was saying at the very end of this video, or end of the last video, that this area is going to be very different from Classic, because right now we are actually in Andorhal. And in Classic, this is just an undead town. It was taken over by the Scourge. Scourge or Scourgeon, standard fare. Where now is not only do the Scourge have a good portion of it, actually. The Scourge basically control the middle, but the Horde and the Alliance both have camps on the outskirts of the town. And we are actually working with the Death Knight Cenarion. Cenarion? I think that's what I was calling him, because I always get him mixed up with my D&D, one of the D&D NPCs in my campaign, who is Thracian. So yeah. We're going to be working with the Death Knights to help the Alliance in the Battle of Andorhal, while we also help out, I think the Cenarion Circle out here, stuff like that. Now that we got all that really depressing stuff out of the way, let's get back to having some fun. Sup, Brand? Aren't you cranky? Scourge first, Horde later. Darkmaster Gandling of the Cult of the Damned leads the Scourge offensive here in Andorhal. My old counterpart, Coltira, leads the Forsaken forces. If we are to win Andorhal, we have to be able to defeat both. But we will certainly fail if we take on both at once. I know Coltira well enough to know that first he will focus on the Scourge as well. So we will do the same. Take out the weaker Scourge, to decrease their numbers. His ghoul has a quest for us as well. Dried up Scourge weak, Abominations strong. Defeat the Abominations, we win the war. A lot of talking for a guy who's dead. And loose grip.
Pleased to meet you.
The Endless Flow. Arge the Summoner is bolstering the Scourge defenses with simple skeletons. An army of weaklings will overwhelm you before it overpowers you. He's assembled a thing to summon some skeletons at an alarming rate. So we're going to go take care of that stuff. Alright? Let us bacon and tomato and eggs and all that stuff begin. Alright. Okay, that was easy. Oh, there's a spearman here too. Okay. So we're going like this. We'll go like this. That's all we had to do for that quest. So come out here, help Meowster deal with this guy. Get out of here before they respawn on my face. Okay. Come on, Meowster. We got stuff to do. I guess I could use exhilaration here. Cat! I kind of don't want aggro, you know. This is what Western Plaguelands is probably one of my favorite areas to quest in, aside from Stranglethorn Vale. Even Sans Pirates. Because just... I played Warcraft 3. Alright? I've played Arthas taking over everything. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. Because I was the jerk who, around by my 3rd or 4th playthrough, because yes, I do love that game, I will be playing Warcraft 3 Reforged come December 31st. But I spread the plague to every corner of map that I could. And so I know the effects that the Scourge had in the area because I affected the Scourge in the area. It was so much fun. I did play with cheat codes and stuff like that around my 3rd or 4th playthrough because you beat the game a few times, you might as well just destroy things. Let's be honest. So seeing our efforts, and I air quote that so highly since technically we were only involved so much, our efforts, what they have accomplished, good, bad, or indifferent, is actually super cool. It really is. I enjoy this. You know, we're fighting back the Scourge that we totally fought. It's great. It is totally great. It's one of my favorite areas. We also got Eastern Plaguelands that we get to mess around in as well. We will be doing that. I know there was a previous video where I said I was not going to leave Kalimdor. Obviously, I lied. Because there's a lot of cool areas that I like doing. Like, especially as a hunter. Like, Stranglethorn Vale, you know, the skinning was just nuts. So, of course, I'm going to level there because I'm a hunter. And I'm going to be a leatherworker in Classic. So, I'm going to need all the skins I can get my cute little hands on. Alright, we got one more bubby here. And then we still have to deal with the Desiccated Scourge as well. Okay. Oh, there's another Desiccated one. This quest was over... You'll see on the left by the fountain is the Summoner. In Classic, there's a quest. If you kill him, you get the key to Strathholm. Or... Scholomance? Scholomance. You get the key to Scholomance, and if you get that key, then you can go do the dungeon. It was, in Classic, it's one of those dungeons that you have to be attuned for. Molten Course, Scarlet Monasteries, Armory, and Graveyard, you have to be attuned for. Upper Blackrock Spire, Zolgarub. I don't remember if you have to be attuned for Zolgarub. Blackwing Lair. There's quite a few dungeons you have to actually be attuned for. In one way or another, whether you need a key, quest item. It's just easier to call everything attunement, because that was basically the definition. Now, unlike Molten Core, for example, where every single member of your raid had to be attuned, the dungeons that had keys. So, Upper Blackrock Spire, Scholomance, Stratholme's Gauntleted Servants' Quarter entrance, Scarlet Monastery. As long as you knew somebody with a key, then they could open the door and then you could still do the dungeon. Which is kind of cool. I had the Upper Blackrock Spire key, the Scarlet Monastery key. I ended up, by the time I was done raiding Molten Core, I had all the keys. But a friend of mine had most of them, so it was like, he was on. He goes, I'm on. I've got the keys. We're doing dungeons, and that was how I leveled. I was basically power leveled because he had all the dungeon keys. So that was fun. But that's how it worked in Classic. Right now, I could just open this button here, push a couple of buttons, and we're off to the races. Now, that being said, I originally am not planning on doing dungeons in this playthrough. If y'all want to see dungeons, let me know down in the comments below, okay? So that way I can adapt my plans if necessary. Because if you want to see dungeons, I'll do dungeons. Right now we're just trying to keep this leveling series similar to what we're going to be planning on doing in Classic as possible. There are area differences and so on and so forth. I've gone through all this stuff ad nauseum in previous videos. But this is my plan. This is my party. I'm the driver of this crazy bus. So y'all gotta let me know if you want to see changes, and there might be changes. But if not, then I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. And I might lie and eventually do dungeons anyway. Alright, we're back! Okay, we're gonna take the belt just in case it upgrades. Which it doesn't, so we don't need it.
Well met.
So, you may not act quickly, but at least you do not fail me. Hey, is he calling me slow? The Scholomance is one of the Scourge strongholds remaining west of this place. The headmaster of Scholomance is a cultist by the name of Darkmaster Gandalf. He has made an appearance on the battlefield. This will be his final mistake. Go get him. Okay. He is strong, but do not worry. I will join you shortly after you begin the fight. Gandalf has brought his lieutenant, Rattlegore, with him. This clattering horror is far more dangerous than any other scourge you will find. Kill him too.
The blade will prevail.
Alrighty. And we gotta return this quest. Now we get to go kill the summoner. With the Animus destroyed, the next logical step is to take out Arge himself. To take a shard of his phylactery. You've probably already seen him. Take my grenades with you. It won't do anything to Arge, but if he decides to summon skeletons, you can take him out back and deal with it. Okay. So we're gonna go head back to where we were, where I showed you, where I started talking about the Scholomance stuff. Now these guys that they're having us take care of are bosses in Stratholme, or Scholomance. I'm always gonna say them backwards. Oh god. Oh god. Let's do that. Okay. So we won't actually kill them in the strictest of terms, because we have to defeat them when we go into the dungeon, which, yeah. Scholomance is one of my favorite dungeons, that and Stratholme. I've always loved them. This little phylactery, that's where you also find the key. Alright, so now we're going to go this way. This is where we will find Rattlegore. I think in Classic, this is actually where we find Chromie. I believe Chromie's here somewhere. I could be wrong. I like Chromie. Chromie's fun. Bestest little dragon that could. Alright, so Rattlegore's dead. Now we get to go take care of Gandalf himself. Looks like we're not the only one here to deal with the Cult of the Damned guy. As you can see, he's Skull, so technically we shouldn't be really doing too much to him, but since this is a quest, it's fine. This is one of those special thingies. Hey! Kitty! Get off my cat, you jerk! I love it how, like, that was technically supposed to be me. And now my cat is bugged. I love it. There we go. Unbugged. And now we have both the Death Knights helping us out. Alright, enough of this. The Cult of the Damned doesn't need Andorhal. This worthless city is yours to fight over. And now we have the two Death Knights. Horde and the Alliance. Koltira, I have heard rumors that you were in Lordaeron. You heard correctly, Cenarion. I wanted to give you a chance to kill me again. It looks like it may actually come to that. Yes, it may, but not today. With the Scourge out of the way, I plan to pull my troops back and regroup. Yes, then I will do the same. But you must be aware, we are brothers no longer. You are a member of the Horde now, and I of the Alliance. Eventually, we will have to fight this battle for Andorhal. Only one of us can walk away from this battlefield victorious. Yes, I know. And don't think I will go easy on you. Very well. I look forward to it. You will not speak of this to anyone about this agreement we have made today. Consider this an order from your direct superior. Yeah, this quest is kind of... Oh shit, we were here too long, Alright, let's go. This quest is actually kind of cool, because, you know, these guys were friends, these guys are brothers, these guys are Death Knights of the Lich King, I mean... And... now they're finding themselves on opposite sides of the battlefield. It's like, well, you know what? We can still be honorable about this. And the unfortunate part about that is it doesn't end well for Koltira, and it's kind of sad. Alright, so we took care of the Skullmancer, so we're going to take this just in case it upgrades. Which it doesn't. Okay. Excellent work, all the excellentness. Look at us go. Alright. Victory, for now. The Alliance are victorious, and our forces are still strong. Military strategy dictates that we attack the Forsaken now, while they are recovering and unaware. But I made a deal. We will wait. We will attack Koltira and his troops when the time is right. In the meantime, speak with Ginny Goodwin, and take the fight to the Chillwind camp to the south. Commander Asham Valorfist will give you your next assignment.
None shall oppose you, Death Lord.
I love how he calls me Death Lord. That's actually from Legion, because the Death Knight class Andorhal thing makes you be a Death Lord, and now he calls everyone Death Lord because, you know, they just took his old speech for Wrath of the Lich King and gave him his Legion one, but then gave his Legion one in the expansion before Legion. It's a mess. It's a mess. Alright, Chillwind Camp. This is actually where you start in, oh, I guess we could have flown. Haha. This is actually where you start in Classic, with the questing area. This is how you start Western Plaguelands, is over here. We must always be prepared for battle. Whether this battle is against the Forsaken at Andorhal, or against the Scourge to the east, or against some yet unknown foe is unknown. That sentence is bad. What is known is that we must be ready. We are low on arrows. I can obtain shafts and heads, but I still need feathers. Birds that circle to the northeast typically molt this time of year, so grab their feathers. Okay.
Can I help you?
This is going to be bear meat, which will give us another chest piece. The Mighty Hunter. I hail from Westfall, far to the south, as does these men that travel with me. We are farmers and nothing more. I have been told that Lordaeron had been healed, and that it was ready for tilling. However, this commander now tells me that it is too dangerous to proceed. He says that there's a war going on, and the Plaguelands still aren't healed. For anything else, I need to get some food for my men. So we're gonna get some bear meat.
Can I help you?
Alright, into the woods. I saw the strangest commotion coming through town the other day. A horse-drawn cart loaded with crates and chests, a Worgen woman at the reins, a blood elf by her side, and a dwarven paladin running behind, yelling some of the most creative obscenities I have heard in quite some time. They looked like they were heading to the Eastern Plaguelands, and I imagine they can't be far from Thorndale River. I think I said it right this time, because I wasn't really thinking about it. So that's the Eastern Plaguelands quest starter. We're not going to go there just yet, but we are probably going to go there before we reach 60. Okay, so we're going to pick up some feathers and take out some bears.
I need to get closer.
Now, these black bears, in Classic, obviously, I think this is kind of an obvious statement, they were all plagued bears. There was no actual good wildlife out here. This area has done a lot of healing. And in Classic, it hasn't yet. Because in our work in the Western Plaguelands in Classic is what heals the Western Plaguelands that we are dealing with now. So we are... If time paradoxes are fun. So, in Classic, which is launching in a month, we will be questing in the Western Plaguelands to give us the ability now to work in a slightly healed Western Plaguelands. Swallow that one. So we got all our feathers. Now we just need the last piece of bear meat. So let's go hunt down a teddy bear. They're kind of cute and cooked. I kind of like the idea of fighting the plague bears. Because at least, you know, you're doing something good for nature. But really, you're just kind of hurting the bears. It makes me sad. We got all the meat. Alright, we are now level 44. I just returned a quest. I kind of zoned out there for a hot second.
For the Alliance.
Ooh, we got another purple! New chest piece.
You need something?
Alright, Uther's blessing. The farmers from the south wish to take these farms, but I cannot let them enter the Plaguelands unprepared. Even with the scourge gone now, danger still looms in the form of the Forsaken. No, we must be ready to fight. This includes our new visitors. Before doing anything else, however, I recommend that you travel to Uther's tomb to the east and place a tribute before his statue. Speak to the priest that tends the tomb when you are finished.
See you later.
Okay. And I got to talk to you. Those that couldn't let go. Sorrow Hill, up the road to the northeast, was one of the first places that the Argent Crusade and the Cenarion Circle were able to heal. That area is now freed from the scourge. However, there are many specters of the past for some reason have not passed on into the next world. They may be in mourning, they may have unfinished business, or they may just be lost. Take my thorough Bible, take this thingy, and use it to douse them in holy incense.
Go with honor, friend.
Alright, so we got a couple quests now to go this way. Welcome to Sorrow Hill, a place that was completely and utterly scourgificated. Alright, some of these guys aren't going to like us, other guys are. A lot of the Western Plaguelands were a very dangerous place to be in Classic. Right now, they're kind of chill. It's not so bad. I cannot wait for Classic so much. Be a part of all this.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, this place was just a total ruin in Classic. This is just so shiny and pretty. The only place that really wasn't covered in undead was actually Uther's tomb, but Uther's tomb was not nearly as updated as it is now. I mean, obviously, because it's been years and this, that, and the other thing, like, this is Cataclysm, right? This is this is the third expansion down in the line. So, it has taken time. And in that time, we have done great things. Alright, let's go up to Uther's tomb. As you can see, it is super, super pretty. The Path of Uther, which, you know, the decorative area. This was really just a church. That's all it was. Sup, dude?
What brings you here?
Sup, Uther? Here lies Paladin Uther Here lies Uther Lightbringer, first Paladin, founder of the Order of the Silver Hand. Uther lived and died to defend the kingdom of Lordaeron. Though he was betrayed by his most beloved student, we believe that his spirit lives on. He continues to watch over us, even as the shadows close in around our ruined land. His light is the light of all humanity, and so long as we honor his example, it shall never fail. Yeah, Uther is currently stuck in Frostmourne. The Abandoned Crypt. If you truly intend to move forward in the Battle of Andorhal, then perhaps I can help. To the east lies a large crypt. To the bottom of the crypt was once used as a storage of weapons and armor, until the Scourge came. And now the undead have left, the weapons are free for the taking. So go to this place and do that thing. Not a problem. Let's go. We're gonna take a shortcut. Alright, over here. Now this crypt may be here in Classic. I'm not too 100%, not even 20% sure. Can't wait to find all this stuff out. So we get to go all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. Alright, here we are. Well, I think they're gone. Broken weapon crate. Scattered all over the bottom level of the crypt, you find all the crates. You turn around to see silhouettes of shambling skeletons. Uh-oh. Or you don't. Okay, so we just have to run around this crypt and get the skeletons. Just have to wait for the respawn. So we're just gonna have a lot of fun right now. And then it's direct on the kitty. Then we got a multi-shot. Make sure everyone's on the kitty, not us. There we go. Alright. And we're done. Thank you, Mr. Paladin, for your aid. You got this. Alright, back to the path. Well, not actually back. We're going back to Chillwind Camp. I'll meet you guys there, okay? Okay, bye! And we're back.
Need help?
Hopefully the moment has passed peacefully. They passed peacefully.
Hey there.
What happened at Uther's tomb? You attacked by ghost? Strange. I suppose that crypt wasn't fully healed after all. You just missed Grant. You remember that old oaf of a farmer? He took his men with him and traveling to the nearest farm against my orders. Alright, this ring is better than either we got on by one whole stat. So, we'll get rid of a ring. The farmer traveled to the Withering Haunt, an old farm to the northeast, across the river. Someone needs to keep an eye on him.
See you around.
Okay. Guess that's gonna be us. The Mender's Stead. These men and women here at Chillwind Camp have noble goals, but their ultimate purpose is war. I would like to offer you a more opportunity to pursue something more peaceful. At Mender's Stead, beyond the war-torn Andorhal to the north, is the Argent Crusade has joined forces with the Cenarion Circle. Together, we work on healing this land from the plague that used to reign here. You want to join the cause?
See you around.
Of course I want to join the cause. I want to be helpful. Alright, so let's go to the Withering Haunt first. And, we'll go from there. So I will meet you guys at the Withering Haunt. The place used to be a place with cauldrons and scary things, but now it's just a farm. Welcome to the Withering Haunt, where the Forsaken and the farmers are fighting. There are no longer any cauldrons. That cauldron is actually over here. All tore up. Because that used to be a really messed up thing. Alright. Excuse me, kind sir. Hey, farmer! You're an idiot. Okay, so, well, you might as well be here to get your hands dirty. This is our army. I told Commander Valorfist that we could hold our own, and we intend to. I had a little conversation with the Death Knight General Cenarion on my way over here. We farmers plan to help in our own way. We will take control of this farm and begin to cultivate the land. And when the Battle for Andorhal commences, we will attack the Forsaken from the rear. They'll never expect it. First, we need to get rid of these Forsaken Outriders.
Have a good one.
Okay. Let's take to the Forsaken! In Kalimdor, we were dealing with mostly orcs and trolls and goblins. And here, we deal with the undead. I want that one. And I want that one. That's another 3. I'm just sending my cat all across the battlefield because it's fun. We're neither cat nor I are worried. Okay. So now we go talk to Buddy.
What can I do for you?
You fight well, Night Elf. My men could learn a few moves from you. In fact, you might be able to help train my men. You probably have noticed the abomination outside. We initially tried to fight him, but he didn't fight back. He seems to want to help out at the farm. Take a group of settlers and train them. I don't want another guy. Okay. We're gonna have to sell some stuff soon. Hey, Gory! How you doing, friend? Alright, so now we're not killing this guy, we're just fighting him so that these wimpy little farmer dudes, oops, wrong button, can get some training. Which still requires us to actually fight him. Yeah, there we go. Meowser's got the aggro back. Alright, give up. You farmers are good. Fight more good. Abomination's English-speaking skills are a little off. Alright, so that's an extra 13 stamina. Or... sure, why not?
For the Alliance.
I don't actually know if I want to use that, to be honest. So that quest is done. So I'll meet you guys over in the Mender's Stead, where we help out the Argent Dawn and the Cenarion Circle. Alright, welcome to Mender's Stead, the next questing hub in our journey. Oh, we get to go play with Zenkiki. Zenkiki is the funniest little druid on the planet. I'm stuck to my chair here. Okay. A new era for the Plaguelands. No longer the Scourge hold this area. We, the living, are retaking Lordaeron. We take great strides already, and as you have seen, the earth flowers, the trees grow tall and green, the wildlife are beginning to return, and yet a few remnants of undeath remain. While the trees and the grass prosper, the animals are struggling. Something is preventing them from healing, and I intend to find out what. So we got to give him some samples of animal stuff. For his experiments, for his knowledge. Kiki! Zen Kiki the Druid. I am Ardeen Towhide, a druid of the Cenarion Circle. You can thank us for healing the land. Where once there was only death. We'll accept all who choose to follow in the druidic path, regardless of their race, faction, or talent. Occasionally, that means we enlist a druid who needs a little bit more help than the others. I'd like you to meet Zen Kiki. He is pretty new. He is still learning his craft. Would you mind taking him out with you for a little while? You can practice combat on the plagued animals that roam nearby. Okay. Ready to go, man. I ain't saying you're a gourd digger. Night Elf, I'm glad someone can help me out here. The Cenarion Druids have recultivated Dalson's farm immediately behind me. The land is flourishing. The crops are kind of successful. There's a few plants seem to still be infected by the plague that ran through this land. Perhaps their roots are too deep. Can you get some rotten apples and all that? Help! Okay, no problem. We'll come over here for the flight path. I wonder if there's a hearth nearby. I mean, there's a vendor, so we're gonna probably sell some stuff again. Word from Andorhal. It has become somewhat well known among the Alliance forces that you're the hero of the first battle, and Tharsian wants to talk to you. Okay. We're just gonna sell some stuff real quick before we do anything too interesting. We're actually not going... Nah, I'm not gonna use that gun. We're not going back to Tharsian just yet. We've got some more stuff to do. I ate that meat we got from Stranglethorn Vale, and I am nauseous. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So, let's do some questies.
I'm out of range.
Zenkiki, definitely not in Classic. He's super funny, but he's not in Classic. Okay, let's take out this Plague Bear. We gotta get the Mist Lurkers and the Plague Lurkers. So they're both two different kinds of spiders, obviously by their titles. So we'll come over here. Creepy, ugly, icky spiders. Okay, can't skin spiders. I know we haven't really had to deal with spiders yet. In a while, but we can't do that. Another one of these. We gotta be careful while we're walking around, because as you can see right ahead of us is a dark building with purple windows and a Forsaken banner. And I have mentioned in previous episodes that I am one who likes to run into things that, because I forget what faction I'm in sometimes, or I'm just not paying attention, so we're not going to do that. At least they make it very distinct now where where Sylvanas' forces are, because in Classic, they literally just took over whatever thing was empty. So, where we saw the abandoned crypt, stuff like that, that aesthetic was also the Forsaken. So you could be running through an undead territory, or you could be running through a Forsaken territory. They were both pretty much the same thing. Alright, so we just need 2 more Mist Lurker samples, so we're gonna go find those real quick. And then we're gonna go to that farm to deal with the rotten apple problem. Here, speeders. Crystal just wants to talk to you. Okay, we don't need the gray spiders anymore. We need the green ones. So I don't actually think they had the fuzzy spiders here in Classic. It was just the creepy skinless look, the hairless looking ones. You know, the Sphinx. I call them Sphinx spiders because, yeah, because they had no fur. These are furry. Okay. All right. So we have all those. We have all those, and we have all those. And he fell over again. So we're gonna go head over back to that farm that we got to go take care of real quick. We're gonna go head that way. That's a Fade Leaf. So we're just trying to get rid of these rotten fruit and stuff. So we should be able to click on something. Ah, there we go. This rotten apple. We just have to... Oh, look! It's actually a scourge. Alright. It's called a palm wraith. Because apple. Yeah, there's fruit jokes. There's a lot of fruit jokes. But it's kind of fun, right? Okay. So each little cordoned off section is its own fruit joke. So this is the palm wraith. And then we've got corn. Oh my god. Yeah, Zenkiki is going to be hanging out with us like the entire time we do these quests. Until his quests are done. So we're just going to be watching all of his just silliness. Alright, so we're going to go over to the cornfield next. And this is a corn stalker. Amusingly enough. So let's actually pick up a few ears of corn, shall we? Not particularly worried. They're also a different kind of undead. These are more of the wretched variant. I know you guys can't see them because of all the corn, but there we go. These are the corn stalkers. And I'm still a melee hunter. I'm always going to fight in melee. I keep telling myself I'm going to use disengage more and I'm going to get out of melee. But then I don't. It's called the thrashing pumpkin. It's kind of cute if I say so myself. And we just need 3, so we're going to do that. Okay, the other... Oh, there's another one.
It is too far away.
Okay. Got that pumpkin. There we go. Big kitty. Alright, that's the farm quest. Oh yeah, we can herb these guys, since they're herbs. We don't really get anything for them, though. So we're just going to move on. Okay, up we go. Alright. Back to the quest spot here. We'll get the next quest.
If it ain't here, it
Thank
ain't
you for
nowhere.
your help. I know picking vegetables isn't the most heroic task, but even the humblest can have their rewards.
Word, eh?
Okay.
Chronokai Christor.
So we have we'll take the cloak. Northridge Lumber Mill. We're not the only Argent Crusaders here in the Plaguelands. Our headquarters, Hearthglen, lies to the north. Even nearer to the north is a small lumber mill, which we also control. Can you go over there and do some things? I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Okay, so it looks like we didn't get another quest like I thought we would. So, when we... Actually, you know what? Yeah. Let's go kill a couple... Let's just finish this other quest real fast. Looks like I was wrong in my assumption that there was one more animal quest. But there should have been. I'm not sure. So we'll just take care of a couple spiders real fast. Bouncing kitty! The cat that is bad at their shit. And there we go.
Away. I don't have a target.
Alright, now let's go return this quest. Like we should have done. My bad. Among other things, Inkiki needs to work on his spell accuracy. I could see his wrath spells spiraling out of control even from here. In fact, I used them as a marker to show your progress through the woods. Perhaps we can use Inkiki in another way. Take him to the top of the hill, just to our east, and take care of the diseased hawks. Not a problem. We have an unspent talent that we can talentify. And we are going to grab... We're going to grab Natural Mending. Alright. So, that is actually going to be it for this video. If you like this video, do the thing. Subscribe, hit that bell so you guys can keep up with everything I'm doing. Comment down below if you got some cool things to say. I will see you guys in the next video where we continue helping the Cenarion Circle and we return to Thracian to help with the Battle for Andorhal. Bye, guys.